All right, well, I'm so excited to be able to share the resurrection eggs with you today. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Bailey, for being our camera lady today. Now hold that thing still and make sure you do a good job. Now, with the resurrection eggs, we're supposed to be finding them, and they've been hidden inside our office here at the ladder. And so see if you can find any of them in here. The first one that we're going to find is blue. And let me just read to you out of the Bible in Matthew chapter 21, 2 through 3, saying unto them, Go into the village over against you, and straightway you shall find an ass tied with a colt, and a colt with her. Loose them, and bring them unto me. And if any man say aught unto you, you shall say, The Lord hath need of them, and straightway he will send them. And then if you go down a little bit farther to verses 6 through 8, it says, And the disciples went, and did as Jesus commanded them, and brought the ass and the colt, and put on them their clothes, and they sat him thereon. And a very great multitude spread their garments in the way. Others cut down branches from the trees, and strawed them in the way. So we have to find a blue Easter egg. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, it's over there, it's over there. Look, I see it. Oh, there it is. I found it too. And let's see what's inside. Can you see this, Bailey?
Yep, I think so. Yep. What is that? Is it a dog?
No, it's not a dog. It's a donkey. And that is because that's what they sat Jesus upon. And he wasn't a bear donkey like this. They put clothes on him. And they did that because the donkey represents something a king would ride on. The horse would be if he's at war, and a donkey means peace. So we have found our first one here. The next one is light pink, sorry. Matthew 26, 14 through 16 says, And one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went into the chief priests, and said unto them, What will you give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver, and from that time he sought opportunity to betray him. Now this is talking about the 12 disciples, one of them that was called Judas Iscariot. Now, what do you think will be inside our light pink egg?
I don't know. What do you think it is?
Oh, well, let's find out. Let's find that pink. Ah, I see pink over here. Let's see what's inside. We've got 30 pieces of silver. Could you see that, Bailey?
Oh, yeah. Come a little closer.
How about here?
Oh, no, don't take it. Don't.
Bailey, you're not supposed to be touching it. I know. Sometimes she gets tempted, doesn't she?
I do not.
Oh, what will you call that?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so let's find the next one. Our next one is light purple. Matthew 26, 27 through 28 says, And he took the cup and gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many by the remissions of sins. So what do you think is going to be in light purple? Ah, I see the light purple. Anyone have an idea of what do you think's inside here?
What is it?
Well, let's see. Can you see that, Bailey?
Oh, yeah. What is it?
Exactly. This is what cups used to look like back then. Some of them were made out of different materials, but the cup was the cup that Jesus gave them the Last Supper. They had a cup that they drank the wine out of. And that was our light purple. All right, and then orange is our next one. Mark 14, 32 through 34. And they came to a place which was named Gethsemane. And he saith to his disciples, Sit ye here while I pray. And he taketh with him Peter and James and John, and began to be sore amazed, and to be very heavy, and saith unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful unto death. Tarry ye here, watch and watch. So what do you think is going to be inside the orange one? Let's see if we can find an orange one. Let's see.
Over there. You gotta go the other, which way?
Where is it? Oh, there it is. I found an orange one. And what do you think's inside that one? What is this, guys?
Praying hands.
That's right, praying hands. So what were they supposed to do? They were supposed to pray, weren't they? Now, when we become heavy and burdened, which many people are right now, there's a lot of people who are scared about the things that are going on, we can always stop and pray. Our next one is green. John 19:1 says, Then Pilate therefore took Jesus and scourged him. I don't know if you guys know what scourging is, but it doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun to me. So let's see, where is that green one? There's green one here, but I don't think that's as dark green. So let's see. There's the green one back there. All right. And inside here, ooh, we have the cat of 9 tails. And there was sharp objects on the end. And Jesus endured that for our sake. And that means that there was sharp razor blade type edges on them that would cut into their skin and like pull it apart. That is something that he went through for us. All right, yellow. Let's see. Mark 14:71 through 72 says, But he began to curse and to swear, saying, I know not this man of whom ye speak. And the second time the cock crew, and Peter called to mind the word that Jesus said unto him, Before the cock crow twice, thou shalt deny me thrice. And when he thought thereon, he wept.
What's a cock?
That would be a rooster. So I think we're going to be looking for a rooster. Let's see if we can find a yellow one that has a rooster in it. Oh, yeah, there it is. And guess what we have inside? That's right, there's a rooster. And that was one of the things that fulfilled prophecy right there. Light orange. Matthew 27 through 29 says, Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the common hall and gathered unto him the whole band of soldiers. And they stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe. And when they had platted a crown of thorns, they put it upon his head and a reed in his right hand. And they bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, Hail, King of the Jews! So what do you think we're going to find in this one? Now this is the part of the story that it's coming up to the crucifixion pretty quickly. And this is one of the things that they did to hurt him emotionally. I know some people are being hurt emotionally with the things that are going on. So here's something, Jesus went through this for us. He said he was tempted in all areas like we were. Let's see. Oh, it's right here. And here is a crown of thorns. It's hard to imagine the suffering he went through for us. Our next one is light green. John 19:16 through 18 says, Then delivered he him therefore unto them to be crucified. And they took Jesus, and led him away. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him. And 2 other with him, on either side one, and Jesus in the midst. Let's see what we find inside the light green one. Where is that light green one? Oh, here it is. And here we have the nails that were used to crucify him. And it's in the shape of a cross because that's where he was nailed.
This doesn't look like a whole lot of fun, Shell.
I don't think it is a whole lot of fun. But it's something that we're very grateful for. Purple. John 19:32 through 34 says, Then came the soldiers, and brake the legs of the first, and of the other which was crucified with him. But when they came to Jesus, and saw that he was dead already, they brake not his legs. But one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side, and forthwith came there out blood and water. Here was another prophecy fulfilled. Now let's see if we can find that purple one. Let's see. Where is that purple one? Ah, you're right, Bailey. It's right over here. And let's see. Can you see our little spear? You see that?
That doesn't look like fun.
No, it wasn't a lot of fun, was it? It was a fulfillment of the plan, though, that God had put in place to redeem us. So light blue, Matthew 22:57-60 says, when the evening was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Jesus' disciple. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Jesus. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. And when Joseph had taken the body, he wrapped it up in a linen cloth, in a clean linen cloth, and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out of in the rock. And he rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre and departed. So this is after Jesus has died. They put him in the tomb. And we need to find a light blue one. You see it anywhere? Where would we have hidden a light blue one? Oh, there it is, there it is. And in here, we have a piece of cloth that represents the linen cloth that they wrapped around Jesus. And our next one is pink. Matthew 28:2-4 says, and behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it. His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake and became as dead men. Where do you think that pink one is, and what do you think's inside it?
I don't know. What could it be? Where is it? Where did that pink one go? I think I see it, Shell. Look over there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think it's there. Let me see if I can reach that high. Wow, someone must have been tall putting that one up there. Just kidding. We have the stone. And what did the stone represent? That's right. The stone represents when the earthquake happened and the stone was rolled away from the tomb. All right. The last one is white. And Matthew 28:5-6. And the angel answered and said unto the woman, fear not ye, for I know that you seek Jesus, which was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen, as he said. Come, see the place where the Lord lay. And isn't that something that we can be just so excited about? He is no longer in the tomb. Let's see if we can find the white one. Where is that white one? I see where you're at, Bailey. And what do you think's inside our white one? There's nothing in there.
Well, guess you ruined this one.
No, I didn't ruin this one. It's empty, just like the tomb.
Oh, well, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, it is. And so there is our resurrection eggs in the story about Jesus from his entry into Jerusalem till the resurrection and how he is no longer in the tomb. We just thank God that he is alive. He has risen. Thank you. Hope you all enjoyed our resurrection eggs.